What's going on, everybody? It's me, your favorite person, Victor, and we're going to be talking about some things today. Skyrim. Was it the Elder Scrolls we deserved? I think it was. Although it had one heck of a predecessor to really compete with, Oblivion. Now, I was always on the fence. Let's get this straight. With Morrowind, when it came out in '02 on Xbox, my mom, I just moved to this city I'm in. I just moved there. And my mom comes to me with this game. It has a brown cover and it says Elder Scrolls Morrowind. And it's the first time the first and only time she ever surprised me with a game. And she didn't know what she gave me. But I was like, I've been wanting this game for quite some time. So I kind of lied because I didn't know what the fuck I was playing. I was like, I got a free game. These things cost $50. I'll take it. And I took it with me. And I was pretty fucking amazed. I think I only put a total of maybe even like actually 5 hours because I was pretty young. I was 8 years old maybe, and the game just wasn't the most sound game. But when you play it on PC, or if I go back and play it on the Xbox, the game is pretty fucking magnificent. I didn't realize this until I did a couple of streams way back in June or July where I was playing Morrowind, and I was like, this is pretty good. And the reason why is because Morrowind doesn't have a fucking HUD. It does have a HUD. Very minute HUD. I can't recall. Does it? I think it does. What I do know is it doesn't have a compass. It doesn't have a map. And that's where it shines. The exploration is what drives games to be so great. Like, it's just, you don't know what's over the hill, what's inside the cave, or what's inside a barrel. So you just go looking. You keep exploring. You keep finding things. And Morrowind really achieved that. It really achieved that. It was really great. Everything was completely, because you got to understand, before this, what was it, Hammerfell? It was not a great looking game. It was kind of shit. The graphics for Morrowind, mwah, explode an asshole. It was beautiful. It was great. And it really pushed the Xbox, the original Xbox, to its limit. What really took me was the quest. When you're trying to find a quest, I was trying to find this. You guys saw the stream. I'm playing this game, trying to find where to steal this freaking diamond, and there's no marker. The map is empty. It's not just all there. You know, it's not all even revealed to you. You got to reveal it as you walk around, and the locations get revealed as well. But you have to talk to the citizens. Why is this? Because the citizens live there. They know that you just arrived from a fucking boat. That's what happened. You just came. So you're like, hey, where's this place at? And they're like, it should be on the south side of Yarfendorfer. And you're like, oh, okay. And you go to the south side and you're like, well, I'm here, but where is it? And then they'll say, oh, it's that building. It has 2 floors. That's the one you want to go to. And you keep talking, and it's like the dialogue system, because how it was, it would pause. And it would give you many selections. You can talk about, you know, once you discover the Thieves Guild, you can talk Thieves Guild. Oh, also, just a side note, Thieves Guild, the way you find it is too simplistic. Anyways, it pauses, and it played more like a dungeon diving game, dungeon dwelling game, than any of Oblivion or Skyrim. Because you're like thinking, oh wait, Oblivion and Skyrim, you go and you fucking ransack these dungeons, yes. But it wasn't like those really old school games back in the 90s where it was like, maybe even, I would even say late 80s. What was it? What game am I thinking of? I can't fucking recall it. I just recall it from a movie. But it's like, you go into a cave and it gives you, you're gonna go left, right. Oh, I'm gonna go right. And you go right, and then something attacks you, and it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? Hit it with this? Your fucking staff, or hit it with your sword? It was really awesome back then in the day. I really wanted to play a game like that, but I gotta get the DOS system and all that crap, and I'm like, ah, fuck it. And Morrowind grabs that. And the cool thing is Oblivion even takes that. Just it takes it, but it's still a little finicky. Now that they really defer from the way Morrowind did it, and Oblivion did its own thing, but it's still the same. You talk to a character, zooms in on their fucking face, and then, you know, you can talk about, oh, I'm looking for the Thieves Guild, or what do you know about this or that. Gray Fox. You can just talk, hey, Gray Fox. And they're like, ah, shit, dude's a myth, but he cool. You know, all that type of crap. It's really awesome. Now, Skyrim did some great things and some very bad things. For starters, I was telling people this in the stream. Please get the fuck off my screen. I don't know who you are. Um, the architecture in Oblivion is really nice because you're actually in the capital. So when you go into certain places, especially if it's like kind of linked to the capital, it looks really nice. I do like it. And then when you go to Skyrim, the dungeons look very much the same. They do. There are different ones, and some of them look really amazing, where you can see like the sky from outside and a waterfall, then a couple of fucking spriggans come out of nowhere. It's awesome. But for some reason, it was just the actual architecture. It sounds very stupid. That really, really, I don't know. It's just much better. It's much better. Now, Skyrim does have good things about it. For instance, in Oblivion, you can go into a dungeon, go from the start, and go all the way through and get to the finish line. And for some reason, when you get that chest and you get all that loot and you're done, you gotta go all the way back out past all the dead bodies. Maybe you'll find something, a chest you missed, or a body you forgot to loot. But it sucked ass. So Skyrim, they remedied this. They're like, oh, well, we'll have it go all the way around, and then you're just gonna like kind of just drop down and you're done. That's it. That's pretty cool. I liked it. It made sense. Well, not really. You just kind of have this drop, but it was convenient for the players because it was actually a complaint that a lot of Oblivion players and users gave. It was like, hey, that fucking sucks. So, the dialogue. Skyrim really holds your hand because it was in a time, 2011, where holding hands is just whatever. And I'm not saying people. I'm saying the game is going to hold your fucking hand. It's going to... Markers are fucking everywhere. You have Saints Row 3, GTA 4. They're giving you a little GPS system. Saints Row 3, there's arrows on the road telling you where to go. Remember GTA 3 or Vice City or San Andreas when you had to find something? All you can do is slap a dot and you had to freaking like go this way, that way. Oh shit, I'm on a highway, and you just drop down. It sucked. So they hold your hand and you just always, it feels like you're just kind of being dragged. Being dragged to this quest, being dragged to that quest. I'll agree with Abigail on this one. Oblivion's quests are much better. It saddens me. Because I'm such a Skyrim fanboy. I love Skyrim. It was, I would say this. Total, prior to my stream of Morrowind, I probably put in 10 to 12 hours of it. Just that. On my Xbox original. Now, Oblivion, when it came out, I probably put 15, but I didn't really give a shit about it. The second I heard there was a glitch, I fucking used it. I exploited the system, and the game kind of got killed for me. I killed it for myself. Because once I got all the gold and all the great armor, the game got too easy, and that's what really put me off it. So I was like, ah, crap. But then I streamed it again, and I played a bit, and I'm like, it stays a little true to Morrowind, and Morrowind stays true to those classic dungeon raiding games, which I do love and want to play sometime. Now, Skyrim, they really succeeded on many things. The magic system, not so much. I hear that Oblivion or Morrowind had a better, I think, a magic crafting system, or a combination creation system where you can just create spells. It was either Morrowind or Oblivion. I'm sorry, I don't know which one it was. But Skyrim, it's just so simplistic. Fire, ice, lightning. You got those three, and then you just have conjurations of swords and creatures, and then alteration, illusion, all that sort of things. And it makes sense. It's all fun. You play Skyrim and you feel like there's a lot more that's still needed. I don't know why I gotta say this. I think it would have been awesome if, there's this mod that came out recently. What was it called? Beyond Skyrim. And it's where you can play, what was it? Yeah. It's to the south of Skyrim, I believe, and you go into Bruma. And you're actually in that section where Oblivion ends. You go all the way north in Cyrodiil, and you just go into Bruma, and that's it. You can't go further. But Skyrim is ahead. You just can't go there. It would have been awesome if the developers thought, people know about Bruma, why don't we include that ourselves to try the games? Instead, you have these very imaginary walls and these high-ass mountains that just make it very unrealistic. And it's really quite a shame. Besides that, dragon killing, it's not that new. You ever played Dragon Age? There's a shit ton of dragons there. Is it awesome? Yes. Yes, it is. It's fun. But it's just, there's nothing binding you to the game. It sucks. I'm kind of like, I really do love Skyrim. I do. I can play that game nonstop. If you had to strand me on an island and take all my knowledge of games and previous games and tell me, hey, this game that you're going to choose is the only game you're going to ever play and have memory of. Every other game, you can't. I'll tell you this now, for me, it's going to be Skyrim, because Skyrim to me feels more open. With Oblivion, you just have like these three places where it's like poor section, you get the middle class section, and then you have like the rich section. And the rich section has more like grassy plains, and then you have like some swampish areas down below. Not really swampish, no, not swamp. What am I trying to say? It's just the atmosphere of Oblivion did not satisfy me. Also, the game's called Oblivion, and you're just kind of just stepping into Oblivion. You're not really exploring Oblivion. I think that would have been awesome. The game's called Oblivion, and if like it wouldn't work, but maybe if they did it to where the first 2 hours of the game you could actually be forced to stay in Oblivion, which is quite a big place, probably the size of Solstium, or wow, I fucking had a lisp there, or what the fuck was that called? Shivering Isles, something like that. A big place. And then you get out, and then you can also explore Cyrodiil, but they didn't do that, and it kind of sucks. That's why when I see Skyrim, it looks very different. You have towards Riften, it's very aspen trees, very orange, a lot of Spriggans attack you, and bears and such. Then you go north, you have Windhelm, it's very snowy, and it's very, you know, it's the north. And then you have Solitude, where it's all fancy, rich, and green, and it's where the Emperor lives. Then you also got, who else do we have? Markarth, Morthal, all that crap. It's all great. But it's just, you play Skyrim and you kind of feel unsatisfied. Mainly it's because of the RPG system. It doesn't feel... It's weird. I would rather have Skyrim's RPG system in Fallout 4 than what Fallout 4 has. Fallout 4 has the shittiest RPG system ever. It can't be called an RPG. It really can't. But Skyrim, I think if Skyrim kept it more... Like, if you could choose your class. Choose your class. A thief, an assassin, but you can't do that. Instead, it's just like, choose your race and then just be whatever you want to be. And it's like, yeah, but when you chose a class, it felt more like an RPG. You know, you were born under that sign, and in this one, you're just the Dragonborn. Maybe you weren't born, you were just, you know, you can't choose a sign because you were always there, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. I really wish they kept... I mean, you had it in 2 games. Probably even in Daggerfall and Arena and all that shit, where you just chose your sign. And they just take it from you. They're like, we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to plant stones all around that you go fucking worship. Really? Then what was the point in the other games choosing my sign if I can just go worship these fucking stones? It's really stupid. Combat's awesome. Like I said, magic is awesome. Everything's great about it, but it's just lacking. Secondly... the DLCs. I found them kind of not fulfilling. Hearthfire was okay. When I got it, I was kind of happy. I was like, oh, cool, you can actually have a place besides Breeze Home and all these other things, and what is it, Solitude, and basically all the main holds, I believe, have a house you can have because you become Thane. You can have your own house, just your own little outhouse, just way out in the wilderness, and put your family there, and you feel like you're just like a Nord or an Orc just working out in the fields, you know, fucking making shit. But then... you got Dragonborn and Dawnguard. And they're really great DLCs. I like that Dragonborn actually expands on the playable ground, because once you played Skyrim for 200 or 300 to even 400, I think I'm at 500 hours, you already know Skyrim. It's weird how you can just know the game. Kind of like how when you play GTA 4, 3, or 5, you start to memorize these certain locations, and you know. I know GTA 3's first city by heart, and Vice City's first island by heart, because it's just, I played it so many times and I kept replaying it. I mean, even San Andreas, I just know. Okay, San Andreas, mainly Los Santos. Getting off topic. So with Dragonborn, they extend it. They're like, hey, there's this little island over here. It's pretty awesome, and then you get to play on that thing. But I liked it. It was okay. But Dawnguard, I didn't like the most. It was really shitty to me. I don't like being the vampire now because I'm streaming, and it makes it very difficult when you're fucking fighting someone in the morning and then you just can't heal and you're dead. So I'm gonna, you know, just a side note, I'm gonna not be a vampire on my streams anymore. I'm gonna be fucking human or a werewolf. Also, I think, what was it, in Morrowind, you can be a were-boar. Remember that shit? I really thought they were gonna bring that. Was it Morrowind? Yeah, it was Morrowind. You could be a were-boar. You can be a werewolf a vampire or a wereboar. And it's fucking weird that that was a thing, but that's as badass as it sounds. A wereboar. A fucking pig. I'm a pig. I don't think Skyrim was what we deserved, but it's good enough. So when people tell me, what do you think about Skyrim being re-released again? I'm like, okay, bring it. I'll play it again. I'm still playing it again. After fucking almost 6 years, I'm still playing Skyrim. I could still sit down and find another dungeon. I think there's only a total of like maybe 202 or 300 dungeons total. No, 482 locations total. And the quests, you know, some of them are repeating, like the Dark Brotherhood and such. Also, Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild much better in Oblivion than Skyrim. In Skyrim, actually, I think the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild kind of play out the same. Yeah, they're both shit. Like, oh, you know, we're kind of just here. We didn't know what to do. And then you come here and you're like, well, I want to join. Oh, sure, go do this, go do that. And then after like 2 quests, they're like, wow, you're fucking awesome. You got to help us out. And then you become the ruler of it. It just seemed too generic. It seemed generic. It's really, it's like those movies. What's that movie? Not Tyler Perry. Percy Jackson or something. Remember that one with the kid and his dad's Poseidon? And it's like, oh, he's a chosen one. And it's like you're that chosen one. You're just the specific one that had to come. Just luckily enough, and all this time, the Dragonborn came, and he's here to fight Alduin, the world leader. And also, you know, you're gonna revive, you know, the college, and the Brotherhood, and the Thieves Guild. Hell, join the Bard's College too while you're at it. It's just, it's very, I don't like it. I really don't, because after playing Oblivion's Thieves Guild's quest and Dark Brotherhood's quest, I could really see the contrast. I can see, wow. This is much better. Oblivion has this quest where you can go into a fucking painting, and the art style is completely different because you're in a painting. So the artist actually had to paint all the textures for the creatures. It looks really awesome. Skyrim, on the other hand, doesn't have anything as unique as that. A lot of Skyrim's quests are, hey, I lost this golden claw, so can you go get it? You go get the claw, and then you go to Yarbogriff and hey, oh, I need a dragon stone. Oh, well, hey, go back and get the dragon stone. Oh, okay, cool. I guess I can do that. They're walking through, right? Hey, I lost my family sword. Oh, I can get that. You know, I can go over there. And it's just, it's me and a friend were talking about this one time. She, it has a lot of fetch quests. For some reason, you're the chosen one. You're gonna go into Sovngarde. You're gonna defeat Alduin. You're gonna revive every single guild. Which also the Brawlers Guild, what was it called, is not there, but the Fighters Guild. Anyways, that's kind of shitty too. And for some reason, no one respects you, no one remembers you, no one gives a fuck about you. Go get this for me. Hey, Dragonborn, I heard some bitch ass shout in the mountains. Go get that shout. Oh, okay, sure thing. It's just very. In Oblivion, people would actually be like, oh my god, the savior of Kavach, you know? And in Skyrim, they're like, am I supposed to be impressed by your words, he? You know, they just don't respect you. Maybe that's just the Nords of Skyrim. Maybe they're just a bunch of fucking assholes. But I'm like, bitch, I can fucking shout you. I can kick you out of here right now. I can just go underneath your cooch and just shout, and you're done. You're off. You're gonna go up to fucking High Hrothgar, man. Like I said, it's good enough. But I really think, and this is going to be a separate video, that Elder Scrolls is going to fail. 6. I do think that. Guys, sorry for this rant. I just thought, I think I'm going to do this now. You like this style? Do you like this thing? I'm going to do this thing. We're going to do black. Why is it black and white? Before you guys ask, because I'm in between. It's not pure dark. It's not pure white. It's just grayscale. Anyways, comment down below. Let me know what you think. I think I know what a few of you might already say. I do, because I know you guys pretty well. But I'm still curious. Go ahead and share this video. Tell me what you think. But it's just my opinion. It may sound a little biased, but that's what I'm all about. Alright, guys. I'll see you later.